just expresses our deepest held values of human being.
We're gonna get married.
We're gonna get married.
The best day of my life was when Diane and I met, and so this is the second best day of my life.
Our son started talking about men marrying other men.
Mom, guess what I learned in school today? I can marry a princess.
Think it can happen? It's already happened.
4 judges ignored 4 million voters. Acceptance of gay marriage is now mandatory. Yes on 8. Yes on 8.
This is a very, very important human rights, civil rights issue, and I'm very, very proud to be associated with it. Proposition 8 was wrong, and it hadn't been challenged under the federal Constitution, and it should be.
I think that this case has an opportunity to really move the public debate, to really educate people.
I guess you could call the lack of video and audio the great media blackout of 2010. It really was about shutting out the public from being able to truly see what's going on there, because a picture can tell 1,000 words.
I sat there in awe every single day of that trial, listening to our plaintiffs speak. I thought every person in America should see this, and we would end this now.
The value of television coverage, radio coverage, print newspaper coverage as opposed to a newspaper's online blog is that those stories are getting in front of the eyes of people that may not seek out stories about their gay relatives or their gay neighbors or their gay coworkers. So it brings more people into the story that is so deeply going to impact our lives.
There's a storm gathering.
The clouds are dark and the winds are strong.
And I am afraid.
Some who advocate for same-sex marriage have taken the issue far beyond same-sex couples.
They want to bring the issue into my life.
My freedom will be taken away.
That video, now that was their video. We introduced it in the trial over their objections, okay? Because having gotten Proposition 8 passed, they wanted to bury the way they got it passed.
Well, I think the right has become adept at trying to position itself as some fearful group of people who are being victimized left and right. It's simply not true.
This is so outrageous. This is such an atrocity.
Biological order is very clear.
No society that has totally embraced homosexuality has lasted more than, a few decades.
The great thing about courtroom is that they sit there in the witness box and they have to defend some of the outrageous things that they say and try to justify it, and they have to admit that they don't have any basis for it.
The Prop 8 trial is a teaching moment for the media. It was not a discussion like you'd find on the cable chat shows or if you're lucky on the Sunday morning political chat shows about the politics of supporting gay people and will a politician lose 5 points in the next election if they support this or don't do that. It was a discussion about just how normal and genuine gay and lesbian people are.
The judge said, tell me, does allowing gay and lesbian couples to marry hurt heterosexual marriages? And Chuck Cooper, who's a good lawyer and a nice guy, tried to avoid that question every which way to Sunday. All right, he really did. And finally, the judge cornered him and said, look, you got to answer my question. And he paused, and he said finally, I don't know. I don't know.
To this day, we still sit in this paradigm where media discussions on gay people center on whether or not it's a choice and whether or not they're actually good people. I hope that the testimony in the Prop 8 trial goes a long way towards helping the media understand exactly what we're talking about here. We're not talking about politics, and perhaps that's why this trial was so important. The issue of one's civil rights should never be left open to politics. Neither should their simple human dignity or humanity. And this trial put that on trial. It put gay on trial in a very literal sense. And there was not much a defense to be made by the people that were supporting Prop 8 or, in essence, were opposed to the civil rights of gay and lesbian people.
There will be an argument that probably will take probably a day, half a day, something like that. but all Ted really needs is 15 minutes. He had an argument prepared, an opening statement prepared that was the best 14 minutes and 50 seconds, because we thought we only had 15 minutes, that I've ever heard on this issue. And it laid out everything, and I think if we have an opportunity to do that one more time, it will be a great experience for people who want to hear about the issue, but I think it will also nail the final result, at least in the district court.
I think if you look at the media blackout, sure, I think it's disheartening to the people that support the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community that such a powerful trial was not put on video for the world to see, because you learn so much just by reading about the trial. You can imagine what kind of a message people would receive from seeing it on video or hearing it on the radio even. But overall, I think it's hard to say that the LGBT community has lost ground here. This trial has done something that nothing has ever done for the community before, and that's take our lives out of the political landscape and put them in the courtroom.